Hey, what's up guys? Emo Cat Dad here, hanging out with you, bringing you yet another edition of Emo Cat Dad Listens. If you're new here, then what I do is every day of 2024, I vow check out a new band or artist. Check out 4 songs from across their discography, give you my initial thoughts on the songs as I check them out, give you my ranking of those songs, and then of course give you my overall thoughts on the artist based on what I just heard. Today's artist, as you can see right there, is Galleons. I'm wearing my Pokemon shirt today because when I heard this band name, I honestly thought they were a Pokemon. Doesn't Galleon sound like it could be like a new evolution? In any event, Galleons has released an album this year called Violent Delights that has been getting lots of praise in the scene, specifically in the post-hardcore and metalcore circles. So that's basically all I know about Galleons. So I'm expecting some post-hardcore, some metalcore, and we'll see where we go from there. Starting with their debut album Dream Machines from back in 2018, I checked out the self-titled track. Okay, so I don't know if they change their sound later on down the road. I do hear the post-hardcore for sure, but I don't really hear too much metalcore. To me, this sounds like a Pop Your Hands Like Houses. There's a lyric that says bone-chilling pneumonia, but they pronounce the P at the beginning of pneumonia, so it's like bone-chilling pneumonia. It was really weird. It kind of took me out of it because I just started laughing. But, like, this band has to be European, right? The mispronunciation and the uncleans aside, I just really wasn't a big fan of the unclean. The clean singing, which I don't even know if it's 2 different vocalists, but the clean singing is what stands above. The uncleans kind of stick out like a sore thumb. Luckily, it does tend to lean more clean than unclean. Alright, so in 2020, Galleons released another album called Metropolis, and the most popular song from that was called Earthquake. Okay, so this is obviously mispronounced as well, so maybe that's just the thing they do? That being said, when they actually say earthquake in the song, they say it properly, so what do I know? Let me tell you what I do know. I know this song actually has a ton of pop sensibility, and I'm kind of surprised by that, because the last song had lots of clean vocals, and I called it a poppier post-hardcore, so it did have some pop, but this seems like it was completely constructed as a pop song and they added guitars in later. The uncleans are there and they are better than on the last track, but they still pale in comparison to the clean vocals. Okay, so this is Tyler the Creator cover. Just realized that. Looked at the song credits and there it was. Written by Tyler the Creator. So that explains all my pop sensibilities points. On a side note, I've never checked out Tyler the Creator, so let me know in the comments below if I should do a future episode on that. Galleons then later released a self-titled album, and I checked out the song Hate the Player, Not the Game. To me, I wanna feel your skin on mine. Okay, so this is again post-hardcore / pop hybrid. I would say it's more in the realm of like a Set It Off or Amorosa, like currently. These are the best lyrics that Galleons has written yet, so their lyrical game at the very least has evolved quite a bit. And the song has a great bridge. If you haven't checked out any of these before, you know I like a great bridge, and this track has a great bridge. A+. Alright, we made it to the 4th and final track, which is of course off the newest album, Violent Delights. I checked out Crybaby. Alright, so we get quite a bit of repetition early on in the song. Didn't love it, but luckily it's not a theme that runs throughout. This chorus actually bangs. It's really, really, really good. Unfortunately, we only get it twice, once after the original intro and then between the first and second verse. So, would have been nice to have it again between the second verse and the outro, but we get a bridge instead. Which I like me some bridges, but this one was just okay. That being said, that second verse, this song hits like a double time punk section, which was like super cool. Did not expect that at all. I mean, it still had screaming vocals over it, so it wasn't entirely punk, but it had the element there, and I dug it. This song features Andrew Wells of Idola. It's kind of a wasted feature. He does like a soft vocal in the intro, the part that repeats that I didn't like. And then he gets to do the bridge, which is in double time, so it's only like 3 or 4 lines. And because the music is so quick, the section only lasts a handful of seconds, so could have done without. Would have rather just had that chorus again. But Andrew did sound good at the very least. Alright guys, those were the 4 tracks I checked out. Let's rank them. At number 1, I'm going to go Hate the Player, Not the Game. This is a really solid track. I love the bridge. I still think, even after hearing Crybaby, that the lyrics are the strongest on this track. So that's why it gets the top spot. At number 2, I'll go Crybaby, honestly. The chorus was so good, I wish it did repeat again. And that's really my main complaint, is that the really good chorus isn't in there enough. And the part I didn't like at the very beginning is quickly forgotten. And of course, that double punk time, which, if you've watched these before, I love to be surprised, did not see that coming at all. They hadn't even toyed with the idea in earlier tracks, so blew my mind. At 3, I'll go Dream Machines, just because it's at least an original song. I think overall I like the cover of Earthquake better, but I can't really give Galleons any points for songwriting and song structure because it's a cover. So Dream Machines is number 3. I still enjoyed this song for the most part. The uncleans were a little rough. And of course that mispronunciation that made me laugh that I'm sure was unintentional. But when those 2 minor things are the worst thing I have to say about a song, then you're still in pretty good shape. And of course at 4, it's Earthquake. Nothing wrong with this song. Really dug it. It's just a Tyler, the Creator cover. They did a good job covering it. I'm sure Tyler's version sounds nothing like this. But ultimately, I'd rather hear some original stuff. And had I have known going in that this was in fact a cover, I would have picked something else from the album. Alright, so what are my overall thoughts on Galleons given all that? Musically, I love that they always surprise me. They're always doing interesting things. I wouldn't really call any of these tracks metalcore, although they do have the unclean vocal parts. Post-hardcore still has that, and I tend to lean that they're more that. You guys let me know in the comments if you think otherwise, but that's how I feel. And honestly, it's been refreshing to see a post-hardcore band play with all these different sounds. There's a lot of synths in these, a lot of pop sensibility, and then, of course, that double-time punk sound in Crybaby. So I think I'm going to add Violent Delights to my rotation and see if it has a shot at my top albums of 2024 list. Alright, thanks so much guys for checking out this video. I'm your friendly neighborhood Emo Cat Dad. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Let's have a conversation. Let me know your thoughts on Galleons in the comments below. Do you dig this band? Do you dig the new album? What do you think? Do you consider them metalcore or just post-hardcore like I am? Maybe I just checked out the wrong songs. Give me some other songs that I should check out from this band as well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed it so much that you're going to go back and check out some of my past episodes of Emo Cat Dad Listens. But if you don't have time for that, I completely understand. Just do me one little favor then. Need you to cut my wrist and hit subscribe. Emo Cat Dad signing off until tomorrow. I want to hear you sad.